I look like an egg. Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. Today we're going to be talking about celebrities lying about plastic surgery and why they do. Well, I'm coming up with possible theories and just talking about plastic surgery as a stigma, a negative thing in our culture in general. So if you're interested in listening about that, if you're interested in having a discussion, I would love to have you join. Please go ahead and keep watching. Also, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram if you would like. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So I think back in March, I saw this really dumb Snapchat article talking about celebrities who deny their plastic surgery. And the article didn't suggest that these people were lying. They just said that, oh, these people were asked, like Bella Hadid, have you had this procedure done? And they've said, no, I'm completely natural. I mean, you can see here, I'll put in the article, like what they say. And it really aggravated me. Like, are you kidding me? You expect me to believe that you went from this to that by just puberty, by just growing up, this to that, this to that, this to that. Now, I know I'm not gullible and I don't believe these lies. And that's because,
yes, I'm an adult.
But as a young, impressionable kid or children looking up to these celebrities, I would believe them. I honestly would. I believe that a lot of celebrities were natural for a very long time. Until I got really into plastic surgery, which is really fun, by the way, and if I wasn't scared of blood and needles and cutting people open, I would be totally into it. That's what I would be doing right now. But alas, I'm not that. That was not my calling. I want to make it very clear that my problem isn't that celebrities aren't volunteering to say all the plastic procedures they have done. My problem is when they're asked about it that they lie about it, which I think can be very detrimental to the younger generations looking up to and comparing themselves to these celebrities that we see on the news daily. Now, through watching a lot of plastic surgery videos and shows such as Lauryn Hill, such as The Skin Decision, a Netflix show, just looking at plastic surgery procedures, it's pretty obvious and you can tell that people like Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner and Kylie Jenner and Hailey Bieber have had work done to their faces, which I want to say is not a bad thing. I'm not reprimanding or criticizing plastic surgery at all, and I've said that before. I do want to make that clear. What I'm basically saying is I am criticizing people who lie about it or pretend like they haven't had things done, because being dishonest about something like that can be detrimental to a person's mental health. I mean, you just cannot achieve this model-esque look without getting some work done. And what sucks is the fact that some celebrities are saying that the reason why they look like this is because of
Puberty?
Like, girl, for real, if I was a child or even a younger woman and I didn't get the same results as these celebrities did because of puberty, I would go
nuts.
Okay, well, why do we think that is? Why do we think that celebrities lie about plastic surgery? Okay, I have a couple theories. The first one is that natural beauty, for some odd reason, despite the fact that we have technology and a lot of plastic surgeons out there, natural beauty is very much praised. And my argument is that no one is natural. You cannot be a natural person existing on this planet. And I say that because we have new technology. We have stuff like makeup to put on your face. I mean, this transforms me. This isn't natural what I'm wearing. This is not naturally what I look like. If I were to take this makeup off, I would look different. Obviously not too different, but like different, you know? Not as fresh. My toothpaste has teeth whitening properties. That's not natural. I pluck my eyebrows. That's not natural. I went on Accutane. That's not natural. Now, of course, these aren't necessarily cosmetic plastic procedures, but I believe unless you're Amish, most people are doing things that enhance their features, things that are not necessarily natural. Like, I dye my hair. I mean, I'm back to my natural color, but to get back to my natural color, I had to dye it. Like, nobody's natural, and I would make that argument. So looking at the definition of what is natural beauty, because if natural beauty is not altering your body in any form, I think we're all guilty of not being natural, which is okay. It's okay. Totally okay. So yes, lying about getting plastic surgery procedures like from here to here is wrong because it creates a false concept of what glow-ups look like. Glow-ups are really popular in our culture, and people are expected to have this phenomenal glow-up when they look like this to this naturally, and that's just so unrealistic. Yes, there's things you can do to glow up without using plastic surgery procedures, but if you're talking about changing your face to look more aesthetically pleasing, then it's pretty unattainable to do naturally. Now let's talk about misogyny. Let's talk about the sexism that goes on with plastic surgery. The way women look have been heavily policed since the beginning of time. Let's be real. We are expected to be beautiful for other people. We are expected to be objects or seen as objects for other people, and this is what is called the male gaze. So I'm reading off the definition on Wikipedia. Thanks, Wikipedia. Laura Mulvey was the person who coined this, so thanks, Laura Mulvey. I'm so glad I learned about you at UCSD. But in feminist theory, the male gaze is the act of depicting women and the world in the visual arts and in literature from a masculine heterosexual perspective that presents and represents women as sexual objects for the pleasure of the male viewer. Now her argument, Mulvey's argument, is that you cannot not have the male gaze. Like, it's inevitable. We see, because of misogyny and the patriarchy, we see the world through the male gaze. And you can apply this to everything from literature to YouTube videos to films. The way women are depicted are often sexualized, and plastic surgery is often associated with women because women are expected to look beautiful and perfect and sexy, predominantly for males. So there's so much pressure on women to look a certain way, which is why I think a lot of women have procedures done. Like, there are dudes like Danny DeVito out here that are just living their best lives. One of the most famous actors, and he didn't have to have a procedure done to look a certain way. But we see a lot of female actresses getting procedures done to be aesthetically pleasing for the male gaze. I'm sorry, Danny DeVito. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus. I love you, but I'm being honest. I know men get plastic surgery. Like, Sumi and I were talking about this with Jake Gyllenhaal. Apparently has had a lot of plastic procedures done. And I know that this YouTuber is blowing up, but Lauryn Hill, I think she has a career in dentistry, but she talks about plastic surgery and analyzes procedures celebrities have had done. It's very eye-opening, and it's mind-blowing to see males get procedures done because it's not talked about at all. Like, when's there ever been a time where like an interviewer has questioned an actor or a male singer about work that they have had done? It doesn't happen. I can't even tell you a time, and I would be shocked. Like, I would love to hear someone tell me a time that they've heard a man get called out for plastic surgery and lied about it. This doesn't happen. It's only focused on women. So yeah, women are taught to look a certain way, and that's very, very frustrating. And I salute all the women who break the mold, who go against the norm, who perform gender in a different way than what the male gaze calls for, because it's such an easy thing to fall into the pressure of being feminine in the way that media or pop culture suggests. So yes, there's this toxic, negative stigma around plastic surgery, mostly because I think it's more popularized now. It's more up and coming than in the past. We've had celebrities like Liv Taylor and Audrey Hepburn get procedures done, but it was not, oh, Marilyn Monroe get procedures done, but it wasn't talked about as widely as it is now. But what if we could destigmatize plastic surgery? Like, what if when you were asked the procedures you've had done and you have had them done, that you could be honest and tell people? I think it would be very liberating to younger generations, up and coming generations, because I think that beauty, as artificial or vain as it may be, outer level, not who you are and who you are in your heart, can affect your mental health. There's so much pressure to look perfect and be perfect in this world, that when you hear these beautiful people who've had work done claim that they don't, it can be very detrimental to the way that you view yourself. And comparison is inevitable. I know they say comparison is the thief of joy, which is true. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm just really excited about the subject. It is, but it's inevitable in our society. We always compare ourselves, and as much as we try to stop it, and we can stop it, there are going to be moments where we slip up. What if that pressure was taken off of people to not look a certain way because a celebrity looks that way? I also have another theory about why celebrities lie about plastic surgery, and I don't think this is talked about enough. Like, I know that people talk about celebrities lying, but I don't think they talk about why, and we should probably get to the problem, like break it down and get to the root of it and talk about why, so that we can dismantle the stigma. You know? You feel me? Okay, this is my theory. Celebrities are placed on a pedestal. They're almost worshipped or glorified, not just for their talents or what they've accomplished, but who they are, what they look like, what they wear, how they carry themselves in the world. So if they tell the truth, if they say, yes, I have had a nose job, yes, I have had buccal fat removal, yes, I have had chin filler, yes, I have had a facelift, yes, I have had an eyelid, what do they do when they pull up your eyes? Something like that. If they say yes to those things, then they can lose the one thing that makes them special, that separates them from common folk. What I'm saying is that possibly, allegedly, celebrities can lose the thing that's most special about them, that separates them and makes them stand out. I think I'm reiterating myself at this point. Like, if they're not naturally this way, then why are we idolizing them? Can't anyone be this person? And yes, with a lot of hard work, I think you can be anyone you want to be. But I feel like celebrities believe that they have to be above the average human to be a celebrity, which is not the case. And there are a lot of celebrities that are normal, but they're just not constantly in the media. I really feel like celebrities feel like they have to have this unattainable aesthetic that you can't have because you're not them. And so my question is, who is putting that pressure on them? Is it themselves? Which it can be. Is it the industry? Is it systemic? I mean, I truly believe if you have something that's bothering you and you have the ability to change it, you should change it, because your mental health is not worth living with that for the rest of your life, if that makes sense. For example, I talk about this a lot. I went on Accutane because I had severe acne and it was very detrimental to my mental health. And once I took Accutane and it saved my skin and cleared up my skin, it significantly improved my mental health. So I can see that for people who want to get lip filler or cheek implants or breast implants or I don't know, whatever. I mean, there's not one thing someone wouldn't change about themselves. Like, that is a fact. We all have insecurities. We all have one thing or maybe more that we would like to change about ourselves, and it could be internal or it also could be external. I do think though it's a combination of both. Like, you have to be working on your internal self, your soul, the way that you treat yourself and other people, as well as whatever you want to fix on the outside. But at the end of the day, your mental health is not worth jeopardizing to live with something that you don't want to live with. And that is the truth. Those are my thoughts on celebrity plastic surgery. Like, I get so frustrated that people like Bella Hadid or Kendall Jenner or Hailey Bieber lie about the work that they have done, and I will never know the truth in terms of why they lie. Maybe it's insecurities, maybe it's the reasons I had listed in this video, maybe it's their manager telling them to lie. Like, I don't know. But I'm so sick and tired of these celebrities lying because of what I hear it's doing to younger generations, to people who can't afford to get plastic surgery procedures. And that's why I love Lauryn Hill, because she talks about how beauty is attainable. Like, it can be attainable, you just have to have the money for it. And girl, it's a lot of money. Like, when Lauryn Hill talks about how much it would cost to look like a celebrity, I am always so shocked. That's basically the end of the video. That's really all I wanted to say. I don't know why that took me so long to talk about. I had filmed multiple videos prior to this and I just could never get it right. And this is the final video, so I hope it turned out well. I hope you guys liked it. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know what your thoughts are on plastic surgery, on celebrities lying about plastic surgery, why you think they lie. I would love to have a conversation about it because I'm fascinated with plastic surgery. I think it's personally really cool, and I think people should be able to get whatever they want without the stigma or people judging because it's their body and it's their choice. But it is really sad that there's a stigma, because I think the stigma contributes to people lying and little kids feeling like they can never live up to their favorite celebrity. And it's really messed up. So, and a lot of it's just genetic. Like Sumi and I were talking about the fox eye trend and how we both find it very problematic for people who are not of any sort of Asian descent to do the fox eye trend, because it has been taken from Asian features, and like when girls do stuff like this to like pull their eyes back and take photos, or you do the fox eye makeup, nothing's wrong with the cat eye, but specifically trying to create this fox eye look to look exotic, capitalizing off of Asian features that have been discriminated against for centuries. I mean, you look at the old yellow peril, which is very derogatory. You can do your own research into it, but that's for another video. I guess you can look up, now I'm going into a tangent, but you can look up why that's problematic. It's really weird. It's really weird and really sad that beauty standards capitalize off of a lot of minorities, off of Black and brown and indigenous and Asian features. It's really sad that our culture has come to taking and appropriating for beauty. Why can't we embrace who we are? Why can't we love and embrace diversity and beauty and diversity without taking and robbing it from other people? A little food for thought. It's a complex topic, it's not easy, and so I know that it's very sensitive and hard to talk about. I hope I did it justice. Again, if you like this video and you like me, please subscribe, give it a like, let me know what you think. Reach out to me on my Instagram. I'm so happy to talk to people, and so I hope people talk to me. I love you all, and I hope that you are having a good week, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye!